Hey everybody, I'm Garrett.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're Diary of a Family.
We're living life intentionally with you.
Today we're talking about our road trip from St. Louis, Missouri to Athens, Texas.
We are going to share with you our road, kind of a little bit about the places that we stayed along our trip, some experiences that we had, and then the reasoning for why we're heading to Northeast Texas.
So to kick our adventure off, Carolyn's last day of work was the day before we hit the road.
Because that's how we roll.
We tried to get nurses to switch shifts with us and nothing seemed to work out.
Nope. So I worked the very last day of my contract.
We were happy that our trip from St. Louis to Cartersville, Missouri was a shorter trip. It probably was better for you.
Yes, being that we were only on the road for like 2.5, 3 hours, it wasn't even that long.
Yeah.
And then we were able to just kind of pull in, not really unhook or anything like that because we were just overnight. And the area was just gorgeous, you guys. It was quiet,
Yeah.
off the highway just a tad. The kids had space to run and I didn't have to worry that they were going to get hit by a car or hurt by something. And
It was serene. How does it feel to be out of scrubs?
I love it. I love being able to just relax. This is great. Maybe now I'll get a little bit of energy.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I had any energy, huh? We need to make Play-Doh. I do.
Here you go.
Wow.
That's a lot.
What is all of this?
It's something.
It is
It's something.
What is it?
Green things.
Green things.
The green things come from
Did you make me a clover salad? This is clover.
uh,
Clover and grass. It looks like a clover salad.
no,
You know who likes clover?
no,
Moo cows. They love clover.
no.
This was our first faithful parking experience, and we weren't sure what we were going to get into, but we were willing to take a gamble, and it turned out just so nice.
Yeah.
It's great when you arrive at a location and you're greeted with such open arms.
If you want to check out our Faithful Parking adventure or our review of Faithful Parking, check the link in the description and see if this is something that you might benefit from. All right, on with our adventure. We are on our way to Texas, and next stop is Salisbury, Tennessee, something like that. We're heading to 1,000 Trails in Tennessee called Cherokee Landing. We're going to spend an extra day there, just relaxing, resting.
Are we going the 412 route, the 2 hours and 3 minutes, or are we going the other one?
2 hours and 4 minutes, yes. Our next stop was our first foray, is that how you say it? Foray into Tennessee.
Oh yes,
We-
our first trip into Tennessee.
Our first trip into Tennessee. I have never personally been to Tennessee.
Nor I.
And nor Carolyn.
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you.
I have family from Tennessee, but I've never actually been there. Overall, it was beautiful
Very beautiful area. Beginning of fall time.
until we got to Cherokee Landing.
Now this was 1,000 Trails and we've been to quite a few, so we had a certain expectation.
There's some 1,000 Trails that are just like, wow, this is really
Luxury.
nice. They're expanding, they're busy, there's some really nice amenities. And then there's others that you wonder,
Why are they
why-
even open still?
Yeah, but this one blew our expectations out of the water for
Not positively.
the not positive way. My thought is that they probably wrote suspense or horror novels there.
Yeah.
And they don't even have to decorate for Halloween because it's always Halloween.
I mean,
in their
if you
campsite.
like that fall spooky feeling, that's the best place to go in the fall. The moss hanging from everything, rundown campsites that you can't get a fifth wheel into at all, blocked off roads that are like grassed over.
Yeah.
And then the building that we kind of hiked around, it's supposed to be some sort of clubhouse, but
Due to COVID, they had everything shut down. Whether they had it open before COVID, I don't know. We are here at our campsite at Cherokee Landing. The trees are really, really pretty. We are on a mission. We are going to be finding a cinder block because the campground is so uneven. We can't use our front steps, so we're having to use the back steps to get in and out. Let's look over here, guys.
Let's go down to the water.
No, we're not going down to the water right now, okay? We're looking for a cinder block. We are not as impressed with this campsite. I'll show you some of the dash cam that we got of us trying to find parking spots here at the campground. The campground itself, as you can see, there's lots and lots of hills, which has its pluses, but the downside is they consider that a site. I wouldn't feel comfortable driving up there and parking my fifth wheel there. One of the downsides with a lot of these 1,000 trails, that's a campsite right there. It doesn't even look like one. But you can see the pedestals up in the back. They advertise some of these campsites like right up on the water. I mean, even though you can kind of see the water's like right there, that's a pretty steep drop down into the lake.
I can see our trail.
Wow.
It's right down there.
No, it's pretty cool.
It's down and the sea is not ending.
Whoop, the cloppity clop of the Emma horsey. Cloppity clop clop.
Aha.
Yeah, we stayed there 2 nights and we actually went out and explored
we were able
a little bit.
Yeah.
Our third stop was in DeQueen, Arkansas. Now this was our very long travel day and we drove the entire length of Arkansas. I mean,
From one side to the other, basically.
Yeah, we left Tennessee, drove through Memphis, went across the river into Arkansas, and then drove all the way through Little Rock and then all the way up into the mountains of DeQueen, Arkansas.
Oh my goodness, those mountains were gorgeous.
Oh man.
And Emma and I had the windows of the car rolled down for a good chunk of that time, and just you could breathe in the pine smell. Oh, I want to go back to the mountains in Arkansas.
Honestly, I would be happy with going back to that faithful parking for like a couple days and just exploring that area.
And it's not too far away from a lake that seemed to have some camping area next to it. It really felt like a destination location for campers.
Now, both of our faithful parking locations we were their very first clients or tenants or campers. Visitors.
Yes.
And so they really didn't know what to expect from us or from, someone that does faithful parking. And so both locations, we had to kind of work things out on the spot and call and knock on doors and try and figure out where we should be parking. It wasn't anything too terribly difficult, but there was a few challenges.
I mean, when it comes down to it, they were very excited to have us and they were welcoming. So it wasn't like you were dealing with some grumpy RV park owner or something like that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for us was they don't have a ton of experience with RV travelers. And so some of the needs that we have, especially people that have larger rigs, are a little bit different.
When it comes down to it, we had 2 very peaceful and I feel like safe nights where we weren't too worried about, what was happening on the outside of our trailer. Like sometimes you have that feeling at Walmart where you're not sure, are we safe here? Should we keep one person awake all night long?
Yeah. So we have some stickers to put on our map.
We've been enjoying our trip from St. Louis, Missouri, down to Texas. First off, we need to add Tennessee.
I think this is probably downtown Nashville.
You got stage entrance there.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good, looks good. Get it all lined up right. Sweet! Now, of course, we only visited like right in here.
Here, like from here down to there and then that way.
So lots more of Tennessee to visit, huh?
Oh yeah.
All right, and now today we're in Arkansas.
So we're gonna put our Arkansas sticker on. We have driven basically the entire length of Arkansas.
Well, kind of straight across it, right? Diagonally?
Yeah, from here down to about there.
That's awesome. Whoop, whoop. Awesome
There
job.
we go.
We love adding stickers. We did drive through a little portion of Mississippi today. Like
Yep.
just the little corner, but that doesn't count.
Our next stop was Sulphur Springs, Texas.
Yay, Texas!
We finally made it into Texas. This was the shortest leg of our trip so far, and we were looking forward to having a rest day and a day without travel. We had some inspections we need to get done because if you live in Texas, every year you have to get your vehicles and your trailers inspected. It's not a hard process, but you have to do it in Texas.
And it was definitely time for our inspections to happen.
Yep.
We had 3 days once we entered Texas to get that process done. And so you found this awesome RV park
Yeah.
that had a shop that could do the inspection for us
Yep.
right there on site.
We went to Travel Time RV and Travel Time Campground. I'll leave their link in the description. They're a brand new campground in Sulphur Springs. One of the funny things about this RV park, it just opened. We were actually one of the first people to make a reservation online for this park, which was kind of an interesting experience. The park manager was really giddy. He was asking us like, what did you think about the process of making a reservation and all that? And I was like, it was pretty good. These are all empty spots. And probably around in those trees right here on beyond, that is actually sites that they're still developing and working on. The kids found this hole. I guess the trees were really low and they didn't want to fill the trees up with dirt or cut them down, so they put rocks around it, and now the kids have a play hole. While we were in Sulphur Springs, we met up with our good friends, the LaRues.
Yay! We love the LaRues. They really blessed us this
did.
time. I mean, we got a date night.
It was awesome because we were able to go back to our trailer. We put a fun movie that we enjoy on the big screen, which never happens.
Never.
And just got to relax. And we got coffee in the morning.
Yep. I asked Jason's lovely wife, "Are you sure you want a sleepover? Like you don't need to take care of our kids all night long?" And she's like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna watch them. I'm going to work tonight." Thank you to Jason and Rebecca for opening your home up to us and just being so hospitable. We had so much fun just chilling and relaxing with you both.
The last leg of our journey was down to Athens, Texas. Now, why did we go to Athens, Texas? We are heading to the Texan RV Park to do the National RV Training Academy Certified RV Tech course. So we're gonna have an entire series on my experience at the NRVTA, so definitely stay tuned for that because that is coming. One note on our trip down to Athens, we got stuck for about 60% of our trip behind a trailer that was doing about 20 miles an hour under the posted speed limit. We weren't in that big of a rush, we just needed to get to Athens that day. But my word, we were just like, why?
When we're the slow one on those single roads, you look for spots where you can pull over just for a moment to let cars pass.
They were completely oblivious.
Yeah. In the end, we hope that that couple got to their destination safely and that they gained more confidence in their hauling abilities.
We are back home at the Texan RV Park. We are going to our campsite now. We're looking forward to it. Next 5 weeks, we'll be learning all about the RV, how to fix it, maintain it, and all that kind of stuff, which I'm really excited about. Overall, it was a fantastic trip, a great experience, and we look forward to having more of those in the future. We highly encourage you to go check out diaryofafamily.com. We have some amazing content there. We're starting a blog.
We have this really cool interactive map that we will be updating with these new locations that we've stayed at, our thoughts about them, and the location on the map for you to check out.
We also have links to all of our social media accounts if you want to follow us on other platforms, as well as a place to contact us. You can also email us at connect@diaryofafamily.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And as always, live life intentionally.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.